Spring break for area students might seem far enough away, but already local colleges are making plans to shorten or cut that week out altogether because of COVID concerns. As we've reported, Texas A&M Corpus Christi has joined universities around the country in eliminating that time-honored tradition in the hopes it will reduce the amount of travel that students engage in. Word is the Island University will observe a one-day break from classes, and that'll be on Wednesday, March 17th. To accommodate the change, the university is moving the start date for the spring semester to Monday, January 25th. The health director, Annette Rodriguez, says it's still too soon to tell what effect spring break could have.
Spring break, though, we might be better off, though, because we may have a vaccine by then, and so we may be better off. So having a smaller, spring break and just giving the kids some time, actually some downtime from studying, is probably a good thing. It just depends on how they spend it.
A Texas A&M College Station, along with Texas Tech, are also limiting spring break to just one day this next year. We've also reached out locally to Texas A&M Kingsville. They tell us that they've canceled their break altogether, and both Del Mar College and the CCISD at this point have not made any changes to their schedules.